Guys, I don't know what's happening this season, but this is only week 3 and it's looking like a lot of the so-called top players have literally lost their guard. Yeah, in pidgin, them don't lose guard. I don't know what they're doing. And I am referring to Rhuthee and Mayor. I don't know what's especially Mayor, guys. I don't know what's happening with that young man, but this guy literally stressed the life out of me last night. Begging Rhuthee, apologizing to Rhuthee. Over what? Over a fresh drama. It wasn't even the drama that made them break up in the first place, but there was a fresh drama as of yesterday evening. This one was actually orchestrated by the Wani x Handi pair. And listen, this is massive accolades to those queens for literally changing the trajectory of the game. See, if Rhuthee and Handi, plus Wani of course, does not fight today, like today being Saturday, then it means Rhuthee has finally given up on whatever she's got going on with Mayor. Because, guys, apparently, Handi kissed Mayor. Now, the details of the story is quite sketchy, and I will tell you the sides of the different parties, right? Handi has got her own version. Mayor has got his own version. One is claiming the victim, the other one is claiming everything was consensual. Yeah, so we're gonna dig deep into the details of that whole drama on this video. I would love for us to judge this matter, guys. I would love for us to know if really it is what Mayor is claiming the situation is, because this guy is going as far as tagging the whole situation to be a sexual harassment, and that is heavy. That is huge. That is huge. So we're going to talk about it on this video, all right? But aside that, there was also the wager task presentation that was kind of dramatic in my personal opinion. And when I say dramatic, this boils down to Big Brother's verdict. Yes, I totally disagree with Big Brother, and I think I'm going to do another video about it, because if I try to even have that conversation on this video is going to be ridiculously lengthy. All right, so I'm going to have that conversation on an entirely separate video, so please watch out for that video. All right, aside what I've just mentioned, I'm going to give you bits and pieces of some of the conversations that happened around the house on this video as well. If the video is not too lengthy, I will continue, but if it is too lengthy, then most of those conversations will be transferred to the wager task presentation video that I'll be making. All right. Yeah, we're going to get into this video right now. But before we continue, a quick reminder that today by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here on this channel for our Saturday YouTube live conversation. Guys, please do not miss out. This is what we do here every Saturday. And today, there's a lot to unpack. I cannot wait to converse with every single one of you. So please make sure you come through. Do not miss out. Make the day with us, all right? And yeah, you are all welcome to my channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. Without further ado, let's just quickly proceed with the details of this video. Now, Sean, the twin girls, Wani x Handi, and Strees, that's Toby and Mayor, were in the garden. They were playing the Jenga game, right? So they were playing it, and according to them, it was quite fun. So 1 minute they were playing the game, and the next minute, it seemed like there was an argument between Sean and Wani. And you know how it is. You cannot have an argument with one of the twin girls and the other one would watch quietly. No. So Handi was also, you know, talking as well. So they were talking at the same time. And quite frankly, I did not really catch whatever they were talking about. So it seemed as though Sean was kind of upset with Wani. And so he left them. Although he made it clear that he wasn't really upset, but he was open to them having conversations so that he understands if they are actually playing a game or not. So I was kind of lost because I was wondering, like, who is playing games with who at this point in time? Anyways, Sean left them, went into the house, went up the stairs to the, to the balcony there, and was having a conversation with Mayor. Now they were speaking in low tones, and whatever they were discussing, I did not really understand, because I tried really hard hearing what they were saying, and then it was the other thing to even understand what they were saying. Yes, and in that conversation, Mayor's countenance was giving confusion. You know, it was giving, oh my God, I'm shocked. What just happened? So it was kind of chaotic to really understand what was going on. Now, later on, where it all started making sense was the later conversation between DJ Flo and Chinwe. Zion was there, Victoria was there at the garden. Now, DJ Flo was actually narrating what had transpired between Mayor and the twin girls, that's Wani ex Handi earlier, which had made Sean, you know, go into the house to go have a conversation with Mayor. Now, according to her, Handi had dared Mayor to kiss her for 10 seconds over that game of Jenga they were playing earlier. And according to the way she told the story, and I love the way she even told the story, she kept on saying, oh, from Mayor's perspective, because she wasn't there. Yeah. So according to how she described it, she said the dare just came out of the blues, yes, because already they had a wager for how they were playing the Jenga game, but such a dare wasn't part of it. So it was when all the blocks crumbled down, that was when Handi threw that dare, you know, as a punishment for whoever fell the blocks. So Mayor was shocked, and it was just there, rooted to the spot, was just watching. Everybody that was there, Toby, Sean, even Wani, Handi's sister, was shocked. They did not see that come. They were wondering, out of the blues where? How did that come into this, you know, this gameplay? And then before they knew it, like the way she described it was like Handi said it, and in the next few seconds, she stood up without waiting for a yes or no response from Mayor. She stood up, pounced on him, and kissed him. That was how Mayor had told that whole scenario to DJ Flo. Now, the way she was telling it, it was quite hilarious, and it was even more shocking for Chinwe and Zion and Victoria that were listening to the gist, because it just did not make sense, because they were wondering, like, they don't understand how, like, is Mayor a child that Handi will pin him to the wall or to the seat and kiss him like that. Now, according to DJ Flo, that counts as sexual harassment because it wasn't consensual. Mayor did not give his consent, you know, that it seemed like Handi forced herself on Mayor. And we know that DJ Flo is pretty passionate about all this sexual discourse and violations of people's rights. She's very passionate about it. According to her, she has a podcast where she has such conversations. She's very, very passionate about it. So she was already quoting rule books, and I'm like, okay, this is quite new and interesting. This is like the first time I'm actually hearing people emphasize on that rule of sexual harassment in the rule book. Yes, although it's not like we've really had such a situation in Big Brother's house before in any season. Yeah, but she went on and on and on about it, and in a way I was still confused because I was wondering, like, Mayor, Handi, how, like, where, how did their parts even mix up that evening? Because people were sulking after their wager task presentation. And the last I had seen Wani ex Handi, it was in the garden on top of the bed there, and they were sulking. Even they saw Sean and they refused to go talk to Sean because they just wanted to wallow in their own sorrows for a bit. So I was quite confused and was hoping that I was going to hear the full details of this whole drama until it later happened in a conversation between Mayor himself and Handi herself. Now, when that conversation was happening, God, I was struggling so hard to hold my laughter because, guys, it was incredible. It was incredible the way Handi built a case for herself in that conversation. To echo what DJ Flo had told Chinwe and Zion, what's his name now, Mayor, was echoing the same thing. That, oh, I didn't like what happened. I didn't tell you no, I didn't tell you yes, so you shouldn't have kissed me. I didn't like it. Oh, and there's also a part where you have issues with Rhuthee. Why would you do such a thing? If Rhuthee finds out, she's going to be quite upset. And for Handi, what do you mean? Why are you acting like a pussy? Why are you acting like a child? Are you a child? I threw the dare at you. You had the option to say no, don't do it, stop. But I threw the dare at you, And you had more than a minute to make up your mind. But instead, you sat down there, you were quiet. And even when I came onto you, you did not push me away. You did not tell me to stop. You did not hesitate. You received the kiss as I kissed you. You received the kiss. So it wasn't like I kissed you and you were pushing me away and you were struggling. No, you received the kiss. So what do you mean by I forced myself on you? And ladies and gentlemen, that was how she argued her case. Because for her, she felt disrespected by the fact that he was even saying that she forced herself on him, like he's a weakling, like he's an invalid, like he's got no strength of his own or no willpower of his own to, to stop her from that kiss. And then she cited the scenarios of the, the aftermath of the Thursday pool party when the housemates had played the Truth or Dare game. And they had asked him a question, who do you like? And he had mentioned her name. He had mentioned Rhuthee's name. He had mentioned Nelly's name. So for her, it was like, well, you already indicated the interest. Hence the reason I threw the dare. So if you did not like me, I would not throw the dare in the first place. And the fact that you did not fight off the kiss, it meant you wanted it to happen. So what do you mean? So right there and then, she warned Mayor to never ever talk to her in the house again, to never ever cross her path again, that she would go her way and he should go his way. If he sees her approaching from any direction, he should take another direction, that they've got nothing, like no affiliations whatsoever anymore in the house. And Mayor was still looking confused. He was still looking like, oh my God, what just happened? What just happened? He wanted to talk. If I was even talking, but Handi had said her piece. She stood up and left. Here's the funny part. As at the time all of these things were happening, Rhuthee was sleeping. And so Mayor had the dilemma of telling her or not. He has seen how Rhuthee reacts to things, especially with the fact that there is a current beef between Rhuthee and the Wani ex-Handi pair. So he does not want things to blow up. So he was quite confused. He was divided. Should I tell? So he was quite confused. He was torn, or probably not confused, because everything that played out last night, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to believe that Mayor was acting in naivety or in confusion. Nah, that guy is just too smart for that card he pulled last night. And I have my own interpretations for whatever he did. I will come there. We'll get into that. So in his earlier conversation with DJ Flo, she had advised him to tell Rhuthee that night that he should not allow such an information stay till dawn. Because if Rhuthee hears it from someone else, it was going to confirm everything that she had been, suspecting. And that was exactly what Mayor did. So Rhuthee finally woke up, and there was a meeting between the Flourish pair and the Streets pair. They had that meeting in the garden. And like a young boy that is suffering from heartache, that has been served breakfast over and over again, Mayor was, apologizing to Rhuthee. He told her everything. Guys, I wasn't there. I did not see how it happened. In fact, we were not shown. I doubt if we were really shown, because I was literally sitting in front of my TV all through. We were not shown bit by bit, blah, 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 blah. So this guy narrated everything to Rhuthee in details. In details. Yeah. And his story aligned with Sean's version. His story also aligned with Toby Ford's version, and how everybody else told it. It aligned. He told her everything. And as he was speaking, Rhuthee was lying on that bed, and you could tell that she was angry. There was water on her face, close to her eyes. So I don't know if she was shedding tears or not. I don't know. If she was shedding tears, like, what the hell? But if she wasn't, I don't know. But it looked like tears. So she was there. Sometimes she would close her eyes. You can tell that she was mad angry. Like, mad angry. And see, something was telling me at that point in time that the only thing stopping Rhuthee from going into that house and dragging Handi into a crazy, terrible fight is because Sunday is just like some hours away. And those two girls, they are the custodians. So at the moment, nobody knows what what is in that scroll, what is written on that scroll. So everybody is just trying to maintain steeze and composure. And I also believe that that's the reason Mayor did not overreact to the whole kiss situation with Handi, because he wants to see if it's going to also play to his favor. Yeah. So Mayor told Rhuthee everything, and as much as Rhuthee looked upset, there were some things that she said that made a lot of sense. She said somebody told her earlier that, and I guess she was actually referring to a conversation with people that are doing a diary session. She said, oh, if you don't want it, you will not get it. Yeah. In other words, if Mayor was not giving off the air of it wasn't in a serious thing with her, then there would be no showing of any availability on his part for any girls, not just the twin sisters now, but for any of the girls to come mess with him like that. And the girl was like, no, that I didn't do anything. And she asked him a question: did you kiss her back? Because it's one thing for you to just stay and somebody is kissing you. When somebody is kissing you, they're literally kissing your lips, right? And maybe licking your lips or licking one. If your tongue is not involved, then in a way it means you are resisting the kiss. Yeah, but once you open your mouth and you bring out your tongue, I'm sorry, but you are kissing back. Yeah. So she asked him if he kissed her back. And he said no. He was so shocked that everything took him so unawares. And listen, the way Mayor was painting the whole scenario, it was like he was just there and everything just happened in 2 seconds. But when he was speaking with Handi, Handi said no, it did not happen in 2 seconds. You had sufficient number of minutes to make up your mind to say yes or no, but just sat down there, you know. So that conversation was going on and the cameras did not allow us to listen to it to the end. And to be quite honest with you all, I was grateful because I was getting bored. I just could not wait for the conversation to end. But here is what I think about Mayor telling Rhuthee everything. Frankly speaking, a part of me screams that Mayor was in game mode, you know, telling Rhuthee everything that happened. Because if he's not in game mode, there's no reason. It does not make sense. There's no reason why he should tell Rhuthee, because he owes her no explanation. He's fully aware that Rhuthee got onto him to use him. He was even having that conversation earlier in the day with TJ yesterday, and he told TJ that he knew that she wanted that immunity and she came on to him, and because he liked her, he accepted her coming back, you know. So he knew. So I felt like, nah, you don't owe her any explanation. She said she needed space and you gave her space, and then somebody else stepped in. So what's up? It's Big Brother's house. It's the game. The game is the game. Yeah, play it as you will, you know. Now, if Mayor was in game mode, then that's really smart of him, because it could go either ways. It could inflame the rivalry, intensify it, the rivalry between the 1AX Handi pair and Rhuthee. Yeah. It could also create that competition, you know, women fighting each other over Mayor. Because in a way, Rhuthee might not want to let go. And if she decides to come back, Handi will keep coming back as well to trigger Rhuthee. So it's going to give Mayor a lot of highlights. He's going to be talked about. He's going to be in the spotlight every week. That is if he stays longer in the game. So that's him positioning himself at the center of probably the major dramas in the house. So it's gonna play to his advantage. And that whole scenario yesterday was highly suspicious to me, because Mayor and Toby already had a conversation to create triangles in the house. And creating a triangle has been one of Mayor's ultimate goals this season. He wanted to try that with Nelly and Rhuthee in one big ship with him. It did not work out. Nelly is focused currently on Suj. And now, him mentioning Handi's name, he's trying to spike up Handi's interest towards his direction. And Handi would definitely take up any challenge. She's not someone that would back off from such a challenge. And of course, that's the altercation that happened between herself and Rhuthee last week Sunday. She would want to do something that would trigger Rhuthee. So those girls, they literally set a trap, and Mayor knowingly walked into it. I do not want to believe that, as smart as Mayor is, that he did not know what he was doing. Yeah, I don't want to believe that. So Mayor saw an opportunity, he latched onto it, and it's probably just crossing his fingers and waiting to see how it all pans out. And then here is the ultimate part of this whole thing that might also fully play out to Mayor's advantage. If Rhuthee decides to get out of character and confront the Wani X Handi twins and things gets out of hand, it could lead to a physical attack between the two parties. And before you know it, they could get disqualification from the show. And that would be like 4 housemates down, or simply put, 2 competitions down from Big Brother's house. And also a major competition, because the twin sisters, they are a major competition in the game this season. So ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to believe that Mayor was hopelessly and helplessly in love with Rhuthee, and that was why he went to go and report himself, you know, just because he wants her to come back, that he's sorry, he wants her back. No, I do not think that is the case. Maybe I'm actually giving him too much credit, you know, that he's actually smarter than he comes off or he makes himself to be. But I don't want to believe that he's madly or hopelessly in love with Rhuthee like that. Because this guy is already trying to get into Nelly's head, telling Nelly that he still has feelings for her. He doesn't mind joining her and Suj in whatever is going on between them. So ladies and gentlemen, it's getting spicy. That was also the argument from the internet family and some of the viewers. You know, some people are supporting Mayor's claims that Handi kissing him like that is sexual harassment, whilst others are not in agreement with that. Now, I cannot say for sure if it is or not, because I did not see that scene happen. Yeah, I did not see that scene happen, so I cannot say. Some people are saying that, oh, if it was Mayor that forced himself on Handi and kissed her like that, oh, the feminists will come out and claim that, oh, it was sexual harassment. Guys, I cannot say for sure if it was or not. But from all descriptions given by both parties, what are your thoughts? Do you think it was actually an harassment, like a sexual harassment from Handi to Mayor? Or do you think Mayor is just blowing things out of proportion, you know, to play his game, basically? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day.